We've all heard it before. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And while knowledge and skills are crucial, your professional network can open doors that skills alone cannot. The right connections can lead to new job opportunities, promotions, partnerships, and even mentorship that accelerates your career growth. But let's be honest, networking can feel awkward, it can feel forced, or even intimidating. Maybe you're not sure how to start a conversation, or you feel like you have nothing valuable to offer. Maybe the idea of attending networking events makes you cringe. The good news, networking doesn't have to be uncomfortable or fake. Today we're breaking down the best networking strategies that will help you build authentic, career-boosting connections. So let's dive in. The first and most important networking tip is to shift your mindset from what can I get to how can I add value. Many people approach networking with the wrong mindset. They think it's about asking for favors, like a job referral or an introduction. But true networking isn't transactional. It's about building genuine relationships. Instead of thinking, how can this person help me? Ask yourself, how can I help them? Maybe you can share a useful article, recommend a great book, or introduce them to someone in your network. When you lead with value and generosity, people are much more likely to remember you and want to help you in return. The second tip is to be intentional about who you network with. Not all connections are equally valuable. It's not just about knowing a lot of people. It's about knowing the right people who align with your industry, goals, and interests. Start by identifying key individuals in your field. These could be senior leaders, industry influencers, or peers who are a few steps ahead in their careers. Follow them on LinkedIn, engage with their content, and look for ways to connect organically. Being strategic about your network ensures that when opportunities arise, you're already connected to the right people. Speaking of LinkedIn, that brings us to tip number 3. Optimize your online presence. Your online profile is often the first impression people have of you. A half-completed LinkedIn page with no profile picture isn't going to make an impact. If you want to network effectively, make sure your profile is polished and professional. Here's a quick checklist for you. Make sure you have a high-quality profile picture, not a blurry selfie. And finally, make sure you have regular engagement, like liking, commenting, and sharing relevant content. A great way to build connections is by consistently posting valuable insights on LinkedIn. You don't have to be an influencer, just share industry news, key takeaways from an event, or career lessons you've learned. This keeps you visible to your network and positions you as a valuable connection. Next, let's talk about how to make meaningful connections at networking events. We've all been there. You walk into a room full of strangers, unsure where to start. The key? Don't just collect business cards. Focus on building real connections. One powerful technique is the conversation triangle. Instead of walking up to a group of 3 people, look for 2 people talking. Groups of 2 are more open to new people joining. When you enter the conversation, ask a question instead of just introducing yourself. So something simple like, how did you get into this industry can spark a meaningful discussion. And here's a pro tip, be a connector. If you meet 2 people with common interests, introduce them to each other. When you become known as someone who helps others connect, people naturally gravitate towards you. Next, let's talk about follow-up, because most people miss this step. A great networking conversation means nothing if you don't follow up within 24 to 48 hours of meeting someone. So send them a LinkedIn request with a personalized message. It could read something like, hey, I really enjoyed our conversation about X at the event Y. I'd love to stay in touch and continue learning from your insights. If you want to build a real relationship, don't stop there. Look for ways to stay engaged. Comment on their posts, send an occasional email to check in, or share an article they might find valuable. The key to networking isn't just meeting people, it's staying on their radar. Next, let's talk about networking within your existing company. Many people think networking is only for job hunting, but some of the best career opportunities come from within your own company. Take the time to connect with colleagues in different departments. Ask your manager for introductions to senior leaders and volunteer for cross-functional projects to expand your visibility within the organization. And here's a simple tip. Schedule informal coffee chats. A 15-minute virtual or in-person conversation with someone in another department can give you valuable insights and open doors you didn't even know existed. Another powerful networking strategy: join industry groups and professional associations. Being active in a professional community gives you instant credibility and helps you stay ahead in your field. Whether it's a LinkedIn group, a local meetup, or a national association, surround yourself with like-minded professionals. And here's something important: don't just join, participate. Ask questions, engage in discussions, and contribute your insights. The more involved you are, the stronger your network becomes. And finally, let's talk about long-term networking success. Networking isn't something you do only when you need a job. It's an ongoing habit. The most successful professionals make networking a part of their routine, not an occasional effort. So a great rule of thumb: set a networking goal. For example, connect with one new person every week. Maybe reach out to 3 existing connections every month. Attend one industry event every quarter. Small, consistent actions over time build a strong, reliable network that will support you throughout your career. So let's quickly recap the best networking tips for career success. Shift your mindset from what can I get to how can I add value. Be intentional about who you network with. Optimize your online presence, especially LinkedIn. Make meaningful connections at networking events, not just small talk. Follow up and stay engaged after meeting new contacts. Network within your own company to open internal opportunities. Join industry groups and actively participate. Schedule informal coffee chats to expand your visibility. Be a connector and help others in your network connect. And make networking a long-term habit, not just a short-term tactic. So which of these tips do you think is the most important? Let me know in the comment section below. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more videos just like this one. If you're keen to learn more about any of these tips, be sure to check out the industryportal.com, link in the description below. Thanks so much for stopping by, and as always, keep growing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.